Hey guys, this is Miss Hernandez. I'm a little sick, so bear with me. I'll be reading your grade 8 Unit 5 assessment for science. Time allotted 45 minutes for parts 1 and 2 combined. Part 2 directions. Each of the questions or incomplete statements below is followed by 4 or 5 suggested answers or completions. Select the answer that is the best in each case, then fill in the corresponding circle on the answer sheet. 1. A student performs an investigation to study Newton's second law, force equals mass times acceleration. Two marbles of different masses are released at the top of a ramp and roll down the ramp. The student measures the distance each marble travels. The procedure is repeated 3 times, and the average distance traveled by each marble is calculated. The summarized data are shown on the table. Which of the following is the independent variable in the investigation? A. Ramp height. B. Marble mass. C. Number of tests. D. Distance traveled by marble. 2. Students are investigating two steel spheres with the same diameter. One sphere is solid and the other is hollow. The students hypothesize that the solid sphere is less likely to dent during a collision than the hollow sphere. Both spheres must experience the same amount of force during the collision so that the investigation is valid. Which investigation makes both spheres experience the exact same amount of force during a collision? A. The spheres are rolled toward each other and collide with each other. B. The spheres are rolled toward the same wall and collide with the wall. The spheres are thrown against the wall by the same person. The spheres are dropped at the floor by the same person. 3. Force is necessary to 1. Start an object moving. 2. Stop an object from moving. 3. Cause a change in the motion of an object. 4. Keep an object moving the way it is already moving. A. 3 only. B. 4 only. C. 1 and 2 only. D. 1, 2, and 3 only. E. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4. The illustration shows all the forces in Newton's N acting on a box. The sum of all forces acting on the box results in force acting on the box. A. To the right with strength of 11 newtons. B. To the left with strength of 7 newtons. C. To the right with a strength of 25 newtons. D. To the left with a strength of 6 newtons. 5. When walking up a flight of stairs, what force pushes you up to the next step? The force of A. Gravity. B. Air resistance. C. Friction between the step and your shoe. D. Your legs and feet pushing on top of the step. E. The ground pushing on the bottom of your shoe. 6. An object with no net force, 0 N, applied to it can be 1. At rest. 2. Moving with constant speed. 3. Moving with constant non-zeros acceleration. A. 1 only. B. 2 only. 3. 1 and 2 only. D. 2 and 3 only. E. 1, 2, and 3. 7. A baseball hits a A baseball bat hits a baseball with a force of 100 newtons. The mass of the bat is 1 kilogram and the mass of the ball is 0.5 kilograms. What is the force and direction exerted by the ball on the bat? A. 100 newtons same direction. B. 100 newtons opposite direction. C. 50 newtons same direction. D. 50 newtons opposite direction. Part 2 Directions. Question 8 through 9 are free response questions. Question 8 is worth 16 points and should take about 20 minutes. Question 9 is worth 4 points and should take about 10 minutes. Read each question carefully and completely. Write your response in the space provided for each question. 8. Molly is investigating the change in motion of an object. She kicks a soccer ball that is sitting on the soccer field 3 times. Molly changes the force of her kick each time and uses a device to measure the force. The data she collected are shown in the table. A. Identify the independent and dependent variables of the investigation. Independent, dependent. B. Describe two forces acting on the soccer ball when Molly kicks it. C. Write a scientific explanation about the change in motion of an object that can be supported by evidence from the investigation of Newton's laws of motion. This is just your rubric. 4 is the highest, so you have to look back at your work to make sure you provide a 4-level answer. 9. An elastic cord made for bungee jumping is being tested. A weight of 800 newtons is attached to one end of the bungee cord. Then the weight is released from a tall tower and is moved downward. When the elastic cord is fully extended, it exerts an opposing force of 900 newtons on the weight. Draw and label a force diagram for this situation. B. Calculate the net force on the weight. Show your calculations and include units in your answer. C. Explain what would happen if the elastic cord exerted a maximum force of only 700 newtons on the weight. That's it. Good luck, guys.